What's up, everybody? DLDS Gaming here, and I have been avoiding everything today so I can live react to this video. I haven't watched this, I haven't watched Ragewood's interview with Simon yet, or collab with Simon. I'm sure it's a banger, so we'll be checking it out after this, and make sure you check it out too. But yeah, I wanted to do a live react to this, so I haven't even been on Discord or nothing. The only thing I've seen is a post I was tagged in saying that it's gonna start hopefully 10 a.m. my time based on what they're planning. But yeah, with that, let's get into the video.
Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. The beta is just a few days away. It's coming on Tuesday. We're hitting the 92.67% chance to get there on time. And yeah, really excited to tell you all about the beta. There's going to be like bookmarks as we go through this video if you just want to find out specific information. And I would say, please watch this video in full because it's going to have a lot of information to help you understand what we're doing on Tuesday. Help you get into the game, all that type of stuff. So I've got my list on my right-hand side here. First thing, it's going to be...
Man, it's Friday night, and not that I want to rush the weekend, but I cannot wait for Tuesday. And for anyone that didn't see the video back on April 1st, the 92 point whatever he referenced is a little bit of a joke they threw in, where they were basically saying they were fully ready, but didn't want to say they were fully ready. And I think it was also a little bit of a April Fool's Day fun.
Be going live, all things well, at 3 p.m. UTC on the 19th. Okay, so...
Guess I should have waited 2 seconds before pausing. I'll pause here so you get a good look. 3 p.m. UTC. That's 10 a.m. for me on May 19th. Hopefully everything goes smoothly so we can play it right on the dot.
So what will happen then at 3 p.m. is we will send emails to everybody on our mailing list. So if you haven't already signed up at fateless.gg, then you should do that and make sure you're on the mailing list. If you'd already signed up previously for like alphas and stuff, then that's the same list, so don't worry about that. You'll get an email with a number of different ways to access the game. The emails take a little bit of time to roll out because they don't just all go to 100,000 people at the same time. It kind of like rolls out in thousands. So it might take half an hour for you to get your email. I don't know how long it will take, but just keep an eye on the email. Make sure you check your spam box and just search for Godforge, Beta, Fateless, all the usual stuff that we put into our emails. Just do a search in your email box. The only way, if you signed up for that mailing list, that you won't get an email is if at some point you have clicked an unsubscribe button to Fateless. Okay, you clicked it. We don't do that. That would be you guys. So...
Did I do that?
If you're not getting an email, it might be that at some point you were like, I don't want to keep seeing these emails at the moment. You might need to re-allow emails to come from that email box. But yeah, you'll get an email. Within the email, it will have all of the different ways that you can play the game. So you'll be able to play on PC.
That's a good call out. I know I use Gmail, and sometimes a thing will pop up at the top saying, hey, you haven't opened these emails recently, you want to unsubscribe, so definitely something you want to be careful of. I know it's not really easy to hit accidentally, but maybe you weren't really thinking and just went, yeah, sure, unsubscribe. So make sure you're still on the mailing list.
PC, on Mac, on iOS or Android. It will have a download link for our launcher for PC and Mac, and it will have a code that you need to put in the launcher to be able to download the right version of the game. On iOS, we're still using TestFlight, which is like a testing system. What do I want here? Let's grab some Rivenite. Yeah, so you'll be able to use iOS. There's only 10,000 spots on iOS. We don't think we're going to cap that, but it is a first come, first serve type of vibe for iOS. So every time someone clicks that link and downloads through iOS, it ticks up another person. And when we get to 10,000, that's us like capped for a beta test. On Android, it's slightly different. Basically, anybody who's got the Android link will be able to download the game. It's still in like a beta testing area on the app. So you can't just search on Play Store and find Godforge. You have to go in through the link, but anybody with the link will be able to play. And this is where I kind of like ask you guys, we want to really test.
Ooh, glad I don't have an iPhone, so I don't have to worry about the 10,000. I'll be playing on the PC and Android.
The back end of our game. We changed the back end recently, if you guys have been following along, and we want to test it with some sort of critical mass. So if you've got friends that you've played these games with, clans that you used to be a part of or that you're still a part of in other games, share your download link. Share it for the PC, share it for Android. Let's get people in to test the game because we absolutely want as much feedback as possible for Godforge, and we want like a real robust test during the beta. Just want to talk about devices for a second again. So
you guys are my friends, right? I'll have a download link in the description if you want. Well, not a download link. a sign-up link in the description in case you want to make sure you're signed up for the beta.
Newer phones should run the game really well. I would say if you run on high settings, then your phone will probably get hot if it's a newer phone. If you run on medium settings, then your phone should be fine and dandy. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to try and play around with. I would say if you've got a decent phone, like relatively new, iPhone like 16 and up, Samsung S23 and up, that type of stuff, I would say try it on high to at least see the quality that we're going for, but we still have optimization to do. And optimization kind of goes in waves. As you add a load more content, you need to re-optimize again and stuff like that. So there's still work to do. If you've got a slightly older phone,
not that I would ever play at work, but sounds like I'll be playing on medium quality while there and maybe kicking it up to high at home.
okay, let's talk about, the website. So we've had some updates on the website, which is cool. Well done to the team.
I was talking about how I've been out of the loop today. I also haven't checked out the new website updates, but I've heard great things.
We've got a content creator program in there for creators now, which is cool as well. But something we've added for everybody who played the mini game. If you go into your profile, and I've had to do this, right, because I did not know which account I was using for the mini game. I've got 3 different emails that I use regularly. All of them I played the mini game on. So I was like, which one is the actual one I want to use for the game when we go live? So you can come in here, you can click on the rewards tab, and you will see the rewards that you earn during the mini game if you played it. This is cool. So it means that I know now which email to use when I log in to the main game. You need to make sure that you log in to the main game if you're a mini game user when you get that download, instead of creating a new account. Your account already exists in our system if you played the mini game. It's not quite the same for alpha because we had a different system back then. So for alpha accounts, you still need to create an account if you didn't play the mini game. But if you played the mini game, your account exists. All of these rewards will land on your game as soon as you log in to your game. So this is cool. It means that we get to use our stuff from the.
That's a cool call out. I actually didn't know about the alpha login not carrying over. I'm pretty sure I used the same login for the minigame anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me, but definitely a good thing to know. If you played the alpha but not the minigame, you are going to have to do a new account.
The mini game right from the get-go. Just to be clear as well, so alpha rewards that everybody earn are not in the beta, but they will be in for early access. And if you use your mini game rewards in the beta, you still get those again for early access, so don't worry about that. In terms of what you can actually do in game, so playing the campaign, you can play dungeons and enjoy those. In campaign, we've got like story mode, adventure mode, and then a heroic mode, which is really hard. I don't expect too many people to get there in 2 weeks, but we do want to get feedback on these different experiences.
Said it in my other video. Feels like Simon's calling us out, and we got to get to that adventure mode.
There's going to be a portal, I'll go into that in a second, in terms of how you get feedback, but there's a few things we really want feedback on. So the sort of story beats in the game, how they feel, are you enjoying them? Do they like really enhance your experience of the game?
Before he skips it, these things look so cool, the couple that we've seen so far.
That's one. And then another one, which we really want feedback on, is our weapon and imprint system. Is it like enhancing your experience in the game? So, these weapons, are you excited to pick up the weapons? Are you excited to play around with different potential imprints that you can put in the weapon that are going to give your heroes basically like another skill? Are the imprints feeling like they're impactful enough? That type of stuff. So we really want to get a sense of, for us, this is a system which we've put a lot of effort and we think it's a really fun system, but we want to hear that from you. What do you actually think? Are you excited to be in the smithy? Are you excited to kind of like think about, am I going to break down a hero for their passive, for their imprint, or do I want to use them? And is there this kind of like fun tension in how you're going to use your heroes? Now, during the beta, there will be some juicy rewards for you to earn. There's a couple of things which are not working fully as we want them to. One of them is actually the red dot system. So do be aware that you have your daily login calendar. The red dot works for this. You also have your Ribbons Chosen, which is a calendar specifically for the beta. Okay, so as you come into here, you get these different daily login rewards, and you'll see there are some cosmetic things. So one of them is a title for you as a hero. One of them is an exclusive beta frame. One of them is an exclusive beta flare. So they exist in your profile page. So I can go in here, I can edit myself, and then if I'd earned them already, I've not earned them yet, but I could put on my beta frame and my beta flare, and provided I've earned them, these will be things that stay with you forever. Same sort of thing with the title.
That's pretty cool. I'm a sucker for exclusive cosmetics. So it'll be real cool having all these different beta-specific things that only people in the beta will have. Also, almost lost me on the red dots being broken, but it sounds like the break isn't they always stay on, but that they don't pop up for that second calendar. At least that's what I hope he was saying. It's going to be a long 2 weeks if I got to stare at the red dots for 2 weeks.
I will be able to earn the title from that daily logging. So those elements will stay with you into the live game, and they're exclusive for the beta. No one will ever be able to earn them again. So make sure you come in, log in daily, obviously, and pick up those rewards. Instead of me just like doing drops of energy and stuff like that, like I did in the alpha, during the beta, this kind of like login calendar is going to be the equivalent of that. So you can see on different days, you're going to get these extra rewards like rubies and summons and items here for the Godsteel for doing your weapon crafting. All of these things will be dropping in to just help you along the way to basically have a further enjoyment of the beta, especially as there's no spending. So you can't pick these up other than like finding them in game. And there's plenty of stuff to grind away in game, but other than finding them in game or getting them on the login rewards. Also, you'll find a store. There is a ruby shop here to explore, so you can spend some of your rubies on fun stuff. There are things like calendars you can buy and cool gifts. And there's also a gold bazaar or a gold emporium where you can buy a bunch of fun stuff. And yeah, this is like my daily. Are we gonna get good one? No, daily like push to see if I can find some cool.
That's going to be painful getting Damn, I swear I knew all the names like a week ago, but drawing a total blank. But gonna suck getting the green summon stones instead of the blues. But I really like that since they're not doing spending, we have this gold emporium where we can come in and buy all the stuff that you would potentially spend real money on in-game, that you can buy with, in-game gold. So depending on how easy it is to get gold in the beta, should be a nice place to come in and stock up. And I'm assuming if it's well received, it'll be something that'll carry over into the early access and into the full game when it launches.
Stuff, and generally it's fun. So definitely make sure you check these type of things out. Let us know how they feel. Let us know how it feels to level up in-game. Loads of other stuff like that going on as well. You will also be earning tokens of valor. You can see how many you've got in your bag, in your resources section. Tokens of valor are kind of like our resource, which we will always have available when we're doing a beta gameplay. So this is beta 1. We've already got a plan to do a second beta where we test things like PvP, Pantheon, and Tower. And then what we're also thinking is, if we drop game modes, even when the game is live, that we want to test, a bit like League of Legends do, if you've ever seen their kind of like test server, we will run it on a beta server, and anyone who comes in and tests that game mode for us before it goes live will still have the opportunity to earn tokens of valor. And then in the live game...
That's really cool. I'm excited to hear that they're still planning a second beta, and we can test out Pantheon's PvP in the tower. I couldn't remember off the top of my head if the tower was going to be in the first one or not. I thought it wasn't, but I'm glad we'll be able to... They're still planning on letting us test all that. And I do not play League of Legends, so that whole test server thing is pretty new to me, at least in this scenario. I've obviously been playing Raid for a long time and followed content creators that have access to their test server, but a test server where you can just hop in and kind of beta test things is really cool, especially if you can earn the tokens of valor that you can use in-game. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know if what he's showing is what you can get in-game, but hopefully he explains that now.
Game, there will be a store where you can redeem tokens of valor for cool shiz. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but rest assured, the more you get...
Okay, guess we're not going to find out what it is, but cool shiz sounds good to me.
The more cool shiz you'll be able to pick up. So definitely worth doing that. How do you earn them? From playing the game, basically. So if you clear a level for the first time in campaign, you get a big fat chunk of them. And if you then go and farm that level, you get a couple of them. The further you go in the game, the more you get per level. So if I'm farming, for example, here in story mode, I'm getting like 1 or 2 of the tokens per level. If I get myself into adventure mode, it's more like 4. And if I actually get to heroic mode, well, then you're a crazy human. But you'll get more. So definitely worth trying to push your way up to higher levels to improve the amount you're going to get. There are leaderboards that are going to be rolled out. We're just testing them right now, so I can see where I am, ranked 12.
Oof. Just when we thought we could chill and have a nice beta, they're bringing back the leaderboard, so people are going to be pushing again.
Right now in the number of stars, I could go into the stages and see where I'm on there, ranked 9, actually pretty good. And then in my tokens, I'm ranked 13. So you can see how you're getting on in each of these leaderboards. It's not live right now on the website, but it will be. And yeah, we're just doing some like tweaking of this type of stuff right now to see how it all works. But it feels like it's in a good place. And yeah, you'll be able to see how you're progressing against all of the rest of the community that are playing in the beta.
All right, rolled it back a little bit just to go over 2 things. I think it's interesting they're hosting the leaderboards on the website again. I'm wondering, since they did it for alpha and they're testing it again now for the beta, if it's something that'll carry over into the full launch. And maybe things like arena or, I don't know, some type of dungeon leaderboards will be kept on the website instead of in-game, like something like Raid. And maybe there'll be some different ways that they can run tournaments with it on the website versus in-game. Not really sure how much of a difference that would make, but just something I wanted to pause on and say it's pretty interesting. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is get ready for a white wall, because man, is the service desk bright.
In the beta. Last thing to cover then is the service desk. So this will go live. We'll put all links to this in our Discord as soon as we go live with the beta. And in here, you can do a number of things. You can report a bug. So we'd love for you guys to all be our bug reporters. We do have a much bigger QA team nowadays, but still, we know there's bugs in the game. We want to iron out as many of those as possible. You can literally come in here, click report a bug. You just put like your email and then some of your information. It's really important to know which platform you're playing on, which model you've got, if it's like a phone, what type of bug it is. There's like a drop down here. And basically give us as much information as possible. And ideally, send us a screenshot or a small video of the bug playing out. That way we log it in our system. And then if it's a duplicate bug, we just add it to one that we've already got. And if it's brand new, obviously we get it fixed as soon as we can. Obviously, for a beta, we're going to do maybe 1 or 2 patches during the beta, depending on different bugs that come in. So the more critical the bug, the more likely we'll do a fix.
Don't want to pause on the white screen for too long, but speaking of patches, something that the service desk they had in alpha, they also released their patch notes on there, so be interesting if the service desk is used for patch notes again. Obviously, super important, it's a beta test, so you want to go in and provide as much feedback as possible, but also good to know you're going to the same place to get the patch notes.
There's other stuff here as well, so we want your feedback. There's a feedback section here to just come in and give us like a drop of info, and we will read every single one of these. We'll also send out, they're called CSAT surveys, but it's basically a survey with a number of questions. We'll probably do it 2 or 3 times during the beta around different parts of the experience. And again, it massively helps us to get those completed. It gives us good information. We'll share those when they're going out. They'll go out via email. I'll tell you about them as they're going out on our Discord again. There's also a technical support area here. So if you're just struggling to get into the game or install it or whatever, then you can click into technical support, fill out a ticket, and we'll come back to you as soon as we can. We were getting back to people within 24 hours in the alpha, but generally a lot faster than that. Yeah, so this section, again, I will put links to this in the Discord when it goes live. And yeah, we really value your feedback. The last thing is make sure you come and join the Discord. So
make sure you join the Discord. But yeah, just to reiterate, really important to leave feedback. They've already made some crazy changes. I said it in my last video. They just changed from initiative to faith, and that's a huge change to make right before the beta. So feedback's definitely important so they can see how the new systems feel. And as excited as we are all to get into the game, obviously the main point of this is to test the game.
The Discord is super active, like really active, and loads of content creators. Actually, we've got about 90 active content creators right now making videos on Godforge already. They're talking about what's coming in the beta. They're talking about heroes that they think are powerful. All of this stuff is out there for you to consume as we're building up to the beta and beyond. A number of them will be streaming as well, so you can go and check out, like live streams of what's going on. And then things like the general chat is just really busy. So
just to pause a moment, because he mentioned live streams. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to live stream. Here in the States, the beta is going to wrap around Memorial Day, which is a crazy time for me at work. But going to try at least stream maybe an hour at night and see what I can fit into the weekend. Just for me personally. But like Simon said, there's plenty of creators, so make sure you hop on, support, check out their streams.
If you just want a good experience, then come and join it. We do have voice rooms as well, which during the alpha were just full, and you can come in and join those during the beta as well. We'd love for you guys to get involved and, you know, form more communities like we've already got going on right now in the game. But yeah, come and join that. I'll link that down below this video so you can kind of get involved. And last thing, I guess, make sure you join the other social channels. We're always putting out updates. We're putting out top tips. Again, I'll link those down below here so you can sort of find them. But our Facebook group is busy. We've got Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're all over the place. Anywhere you can think of, we'll be there. And yeah, I cannot wait to get everybody into the game. It's coming real soon. I will probably stream as soon as everything's calmed down, making sure there's no fires as we launch the beta. As soon as that's done, I'm going to go live on the Fateless YouTube channel and stream. And yeah, we'll have a blast. Anyway, I've been Simon from Fateless. We'll see you in game soon.
All right, there you go. That is now the most up-to-date info we have on the beta. Sounds like it is going to be 2 weeks, which is a little sad for me. I was hoping for 3. Just like I said, due to the holiday, and I have a week off on the week that would be the 3rd week. But still super psyched. Super pumped they're still planning a second wave of testing with the Pantheons, PvP, and the tower. And I also can't wait to see everyone in the game on May 19th. You can still sign up. I said it earlier in the video, but I'll have a link for signing up in the description, so check it out. Make sure you're signed up. And yeah, that's all I have for this one. Have a good one.